Okay, let us see the guided DPP. Okay, as you know, DPP is daily practice problems. Guided DPP is a form in which you have to come along with me throughout the video and keep solving the problem. I will ask you to pause in between. So what will happen is, for every problem, there will be three phases. First is in the first phase, you will have to read the question and solve the question in your notebook. Okay, that is phase 1. At the end of the first phase, I will ask you to pause and then resume. And in the second phase, I will solve the problem and show you. And in third phase, you compare the solution that you have given and the solution that has been provided and do the correction possibly in red pen. Okay, all your general working, do it in blue or black pen, but correction, you do it in a different colored pen, maybe green or red. Okay, so that you can use that later to understand more correctly or revise. Okay, this is the procedure that will be used. So that's why this is called as a guided DPP, because it is not like you have to come along with me throughout this video. Okay, from the first to last, you have to come. When I tell pause, you have to pause, and so on. Okay, let us now start. This is first chapter of class 8 CBSE rational numbers. So, and this is the first DPP. There will be a few more DPPs that are coming in chapter 1 itself. Okay, so here let us go to the first problem, first question. Shift. Okay, a number. Okay, now please read this question and solve the question in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, now let us solve this problem. A number which can be expressed as p by q, where p and q are integers and q is not equal to 0. So this we know. Definitely this is not a natural number, because natural number is what? Anything like excluding 0. All these numbers are natural numbers. Whole number is what? Number including 0. Okay, integer, it includes negative numbers also. Okay, -2, -1, 0, 1, etc. So here p by q specifically is the rational number form. Okay, rational number form, p by q is a rational number where q can be any integer except 0. Why it cannot be 0 is, if it is 0, then the entire number will become infinity, and that is not a rational number. Okay, so a number which can be expressed as p by q is a rational number. This is the first answer. Okay, so now you please correct your paper, your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve it in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us now solve this problem. A number of the form p by q is said to be rational if p and q are integers. Okay, let us see. If p and q are integers and q not equal to 0, yes, then this is more correct. Okay, there is one condition also, q should not be equal to 0 also. So this is more correct. P and q are integers and p not equal to 0, not necessary. Okay, q has to be 0, should not be 0. Q should not be 0. So this is not correct. Okay, here it says p and q are integers. It looks like this, but p should not be equal to 0. No. Okay, this is not correct, because you can have, this is not correct actually, because 8 by q, p by q, 8 by q, for example, and they are not saying anything about q. So this is not the correct definition. P and q are integers and p not equal to 0 and q not equal to 0. No, the only condition is q should not be equal to 0. So this is also incorrect. So the correct option is B. Okay, option B is correct. Option B is correct. Okay, now you please check your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve this question in your notebook. Pause. resume. Okay, let us solve now. Numerical expression 3 by 8 plus minus 5 by 7 shows that. Okay. First of all, if you see, this is a closure property. What is a closure property? Closure property means, see, you are having a rational number, you are having another rational number, you are adding both rational number, the resulting number should be rational number. This first number is a rational number, another number rational number, you add both of them, the resulting number should come to that same class, then that rational numbers are said to be closed under addition. Okay, so this condition is satisfied. So since this is satisfied, okay, this is opposite of A, so this is not correct. Rational numbers are closed under multiplication. Here we are not talking about multiplication, it is about addition. So this option is not correct. Addition of rational numbers is not commutative. No, this is not about commutative. Commutative means A plus B should be equal to B plus A. We are not talking about that here, because there is only only on the left hand side we are having addition sign. Right hand side there is no addition sign. So this option is also not correct. So option A is the right option. Option A is the right option. Okay. Okay. Now you please check your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now read this question and solve the question. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now let us solve this problem. Which of the following is not true? Rational numbers are closed under addition. Yes, rational numbers, they are closed under addition. Means if you are taking two rational numbers, okay, say suppose you are taking two rational numbers, 3 by 5 and say 4 by 5, okay, then the resulting number will be a rational number. Okay, resulting number will be rational number. So this is true. Rational numbers are closed under subtraction. This is also true because when you are subtracting two rational numbers, then the resulting rational numbers will also be rational number. Okay, so this is true. Rational numbers are closed under multiplication. If you take one rational number, say 2 by 5 into 5 by 9, the resulting number will be a rational number. So this also is true. Rational numbers are closed under division. This is a problem, because you take a rational number and you take another rational number. Say you take another rational number divided by 0. 0 is a rational number because 0 falls under the definition of rational number, P by Q. Okay, because 0 is equal to, I can write this as 0 by 1. So 0 is a rational number. So if I divide it by specifically 0, then what is happening? This number divided by 0 is infinity. Okay, is infinity. So it is not closed under this one. So not true is not true. So the statement that is not true is D. D is the statement that is not true. Okay, so now you please correct your paper. Pause. Resume. Okay, now you please read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us now solve. Minus 3 by 5 plus 1 by 6 is equal to plus 1 by 6 is an example to show that addition of rational numbers is commutative. This is correct. This is the correct statement. Yes. See, addition of this is because, as I told you earlier, addition is what? A plus B is equal to B plus A. Means commutative. Commutative rule is the order does not matter. A plus B is equal to B plus B. So this is the right option. We have got the right option. We need not check the others also. But rational numbers are closed under addition. Are closed is an example, but this is not an example to show that this is closed under addition, because here you see there is a plus and plus, so this is not the right option. Addition of rational numbers is not associative. Here we are not talking about associative case. Okay, associative is, say for example, addition. This is not so let us not confuse this. This is the right option anyway. This is distribution also we are not talking about. So fifth A is the right option. Okay. Okay, now you please solve the correct your paper. Pause. Resume. Okay, read the question and solve the question in your notebook. Pause. Resume. Okay, now let us solve this problem. Which of the following expression shows that the rational numbers are associative? Associative means, say the the order with which we do does not matter. Say A into B into C, if it should be equal to A into B into C, like this. Under multiplication, associative and multiplication is this the thing. Okay, three numbers you are multiplying. Which first, multiplication can be done only between two numbers. Now which first to which one will you pick up first for multiplication? Doesn't matter. That is the meaning of associative and multiplication for rational numbers. If you take here, okay, this square bracket you leave it. Otherwise, if you take here, you see here, this one, 2 by 3 and then minus 6 by 7, 3 by 5. There 2 by 3 minus 6 by 7 into 3 by 5. So this is the first one is the right one. The second one, if you see, what are they doing? A into minus 6 by 7 into, just they are reversing the last operand. So this is not correct. This is not talking about associative and multiplication. This is not correct. Then here 2 by 3 into minus 6 by, this is no. See the order, A into B into C, A, B, C, all the three numbers should be present in the same order, should be present in the same. Here it is not present in the same order, so this is not the case. Here also all the three numbers are not present in the same order. So numbers should be present but in the same order, but the clubbing should be in the different order. Okay, that is the point. Clubbing should be different. So only the first part is correctly valid. Okay, 6A is the valid. Okay, now you correct your solution, pause, resume. Okay, now let us see the next question. Now read this question and solve this question. Pause, resume. Okay, let us solve this. 0 is the identity for addition of, yes, this is by definition. Okay, see, when you are adding, 0 is identity because when you are adding that, then that number remains the same. When you add 0 to this rational number where A is equal to P by Q, then you will get P by Q itself. So the 0 is the identity for addition of rational numbers. This is true. The identity for subtraction of rational numbers. No, 0 is not the identity for subtraction of rational numbers. Okay, this is not correct. Because 0 minus A will become minus A. Okay, here if you see 0 plus A, this is also A only. Okay, this is not correct. The identity for multiplication of rational numbers, no. Because if you multiply this one, it's gone. A into it is gone. This is destroyed. Here identity is maintained. A is not changed. It's unchanged. So 0 is the identity. So this is not correct. The identity for division of rational numbers, no. Division, if you see A divided by 0 is not A. Is not A. Okay, it is infinity. So this is also not correct. So the correct option is A, option A. Okay, now you please correct your answer. Pause, resume. Okay, now you read this question and solve the problem. Pause, resume. Okay, now let us solve this. 1 is the identity for addition of rational numbers. No, because see, you take a number, when you're adding that to 1, the number is changed. It is no more A. For example, 5 by 2 plus 1 is not equal to 5 by 2. It is something greater than 5 by 2. Okay, so this is not correct. The identity for subtraction, no. The identity for multiplication, yes, because if you take a rational number and multiply it with 1, you will get that same number. Okay, so the identity for multiplication is true. The identity for division of rational numbers, 5 by 2 divided by 1 is fine, but 1 divided by 5 by 2 is a problem. So this is not correct. Here it is not like that. You can do 5 by 2 into 1 or 1 into 5 by 2. Both are 5 by 2. Okay, so 8C is the right option. Okay, so 8C is the right option. C is the right option. You need please correct your paper solution. Pause, resume. Okay, read and solve this question. Pause, resume. Okay, let us solve this. The additive inverse of minus 7 by 9. Additive inverse means you have a number A, and if you add to that, the resultant number should be 0. That is the meaning of additive inverse. So here minus 7 by 9. So the additive inverse of that will be plus 7 by 90. Minus 7 by 19. So the additive inverse will be plus 7 by 19. Okay, this will be the additive inverse. Additive inverse is 7. The additive inverse of a rational number minus a by b is in simply given. You can tell that if a by b is a rational number, the additive inverse is the negative minus a by b is the additive inverse. Okay. Now you please correct your answer. Pause. Resume. Read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now let us solve multiplicative inverse of a negative rational number. Multiplicative, see, when you are multiplicative inverse, what will happen is it should give a, basically it is a reciprocal. That way you can think about it in that way. Or when you are, say, 5 by 2 is there, okay, the reciprocal of 5 by 2 is 2 by 5 is the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal. You can think of multiplicative inverse as reciprocal. Okay, reciprocal. So the reciprocal of a negative number will be what? It will be a negative number only. Okay, it will be a negative number only. So this is the correct option. So 10B is the correct option. Okay. Now solve. Now correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now read this question and solve this problem. Pause. Resume. Now let us solve this. If x plus 0 is equal to 0 plus x is equal to x, which is a rational number, then 0 is called as. Okay, this is the definition of what? This is additive identity, isn't it? It is the identity for addition of rational numbers. This by definition we have already seen in previous problem. This is the definition for additive identity. Okay. Okay. Now you correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Read this question and solve the question. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us solve. To get the product 1, we should multiply. Okay. To get the product 1, what you have to do is multiply by the inverse. Say suppose 5 by 18 is there. To get the product 1. Product means if you want to multiply it by some number, you should get by 1. Means what you need to do, you have to multiply it with the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal. 18 by 5. Okay, here to get the product 1, we should multiply 8 by 21 by what we should multiply? We should multiply by 21 by 8. We should multiply by 21 by 8. Okay. Okay, 21 by 8 is the right option. Okay, now you correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us now see the solution. Minus of minus x is same as, minus of minus x is plus x. Okay. For example, minus of minus 2 by 3 will be plus 2 by 3. This is the general rule. Okay. See, minus of plus 2 by 3 will be minus 2 by 3. Basically, it is like this. Minus into minus is plus. Minus into plus is minus. Okay, then these two rules are applicable here. Okay, negative into negative will be positive, negative into positive will be negative. So minus of minus x will be same as plus x. This is the right option. Okay. Okay, now you correct your answer. Pause. Resume. Read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, now let us solve this. Multiplicative inverse of, okay, this is a mixed fraction. So first let us convert this. Minus 1 into 1 by 7 is 7. 7 ones are 7 plus 1 is 8. So it is minus 8 by 7. So they are asking multiplicative inverse of, so instead of this one, let me write this as multiplicative inverse of minus 8 by 7 is what? Minus 8 by 7 is what? Multiplicative inverse is same as reciprocal. So minus reciprocal of minus 8 by 7 is minus 7 by 8. Okay, minus 7 by 8, which is the correct option? Yeah, this is not the right option. This is not the right option. This is not the right option. This does not look to be right, but this is the right option because 7 by minus 8 can be written as minus 7 by 8 also. So the right option is option D. Okay. Okay, now you please correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now let us solve this problem. If x be any rational number, then x plus 0 is equal to, of course, it is x only. Okay. If x be in the additive identity. Okay. X plus 0 will be x only. Okay. So correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Now read this question and solve this question. Pause. Resume. Okay. The reciprocal of 1. Reciprocal of 1 is 1 by 1, which is equal to 1. So this is the correct option. Okay. So A is the correct option. So now you correct your answer. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now you read this question and solve this problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us solve. The reciprocal of minus 1 by minus 1 is 1 by minus 1, which is equal to minus 1. So the correct option is B. Okay. Correct your answer. Pause. Resume. Read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us solve this. The reciprocal of 0. Reciprocal of 0 means 1 by 0. Reciprocal of any number A is 1 by that number, right? So reciprocal of 0 is 1 by that number. That number is 0 here. So 1 by 0 is what? 1 by 0 is infinity. Or we can say it is not defined in the real number terms. So it is not defined as the right option. Okay, not defined. Now you correct your answer. Pause. Resume. Okay. Now read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us solve this question. The reciprocal of any rational number p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. Q is not equal to 0. Okay. Then it is what? P by q, reciprocal of that is 1 divided by p by q. 1 divided by, that is the reciprocal of any number. Reciprocal of A is what? Reciprocal of A is 1 divided by A. Okay, reciprocal of p by q will be p 1 divided by p by q, which means it is 1 divided by p by q. 1 divided by p by q means this q will come here to the numerator. It will become q by p. So reciprocal of rational number p by q will be q by p. Just you can, this is the logic. Okay, this is the logic of how we have obtained q by p. But you can always remember mentally, you can do it quickly. Just just reverse the positions of numerator and denominator. For example, say 5 by 3 is there, reciprocal will be 3 by 5. Okay, say if it is minus 5 by 9, reciprocal will be minus 9 by 5, etc. Okay. Okay, so here the reciprocal of any rational number p by q will be q by p. So D is the correct option. Okay, correct your solution. Pause. Resume. Okay, now read this question and solve the problem. Pause. Resume. Okay, let us now solve this. If y be the reciprocal of a rational number x, that means they are telling a rational number x is there. Now y is the reciprocal means y is equal to 1 by x. Okay, because what is a reciprocal? It is like, 1 by of that number. Then the reciprocal of y will be what? Reciprocal of y means 1 by y. So 1 by y means what? 1 by y means reciprocal of y is 1 by y, which is 1 by, but y is equal to what? 1 is 1 by, like this. Okay, y is equal to 1 by x. Y is the reciprocal of rational number x. So this statement, if we convert mathematically, we get y is equal to reciprocal of the rational number. Y is equal to 1 by x. Okay, then the reciprocal of y means what? Reciprocal of y means what is 1 by y? They are asking. So y is equal to 1 by x. 1 by y will be equal to 1 by y is 1 by x. Put it here. Now this x will go up. So this means x by 1, which is equal to x. So x is the answer. Okay, x is the answer. Now look into the solution, correct it. Pause. Resume. Okay, if you have found this video helpful, please help us by subscribing to this channel and liking this video. Thank you very much. we'll meet again in another video. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.